Good morning, artists. Good afternoon and good evening. I hope you guys are having a great week. And I am so excited to do our art project this week. This week we're going to be talking about Andy Warhol and pop art. I'm sure you guys recognize a couple things because we've talked about Andy Warhol a few times. If you guys recognize this is Roy Lichtenstein. Do you guys remember that from our pop art assignment from last year? From last quarter, I think we did it around December. And even last year, we even did an assignment for the Campbell Soup Project. Do you guys remember that? Drawing your own can of Campbell Soup? I hope so. So, as you guys recognize, this is Andy Warhol's work. These two pieces here. This is one of his most famous pieces, but let's dig into a little bit of information about Andy Warhol. He grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, with his parents and two brothers. His mother was artistic and encouraged Andy to draw when he was a child. He continued to like art in high school and he took art classes and then went to design school for college. Oh, like Miss Johnson. In 1960, Andy Warhol became known as a pop artist. Pop art was a new style of art that began in England and consisted the image of popular everyday items like a Campbell's soup or a Coca-Cola or a sneaker or a piece of candy. When he made his art, he started doing a lot of printmaking and making repetitions or copies of imagery like we see here. You see how these are the same images over and over and over and over and over. Andy Warhol used a lot of images from popular magazines, newspapers, and photos without permission. Oh no, we know not to plagiarize, right? Bad Andy. A lot of pop art used bold colors, bright colors, neon colors to really capture people's eyes and attention, just like a lot of advertisements, like billboards, magazines, murals, and newspapers. Okay guys, so what you guys will be drawing today is an image of Chuck Taylor's. But like Andy Warhol, we're going to be doing multiple Chuck Taylors. We're going to be doing 4. Alright, so what you guys are going to need is white paper, a black marker, and some sort of color. Alright, let's get started. We're going to be drawing our Chuck Taylors similar to this, okay? I have uploaded a video onto Schoology. You guys can open that up and try to draw it like you see it, or you guys can follow along with me. So as you can see, each one of I know my printer is bad, but we have our Chuck in the front and then we have a different color in the back. So I'm gonna go over drawing our Chucks. So the first thing we're gonna do is fold our paper into 4. I'm gonna fold it across this way. And then fold it again here. Then we're going to open it on up. Now we have to draw this 4 times, right? So I'm going to start off with my pencil. So I'm going to mimic this curved line across. I'm going to move up just a little bit. I'm going to go around, and then I'm going to do a straight line up as far as I can. I'm going to go up, curve, and draw my high top there. Now what I'm going to do, because I did mine a little bit short, is I'm going to add another line here. We're going to add another line, so that's our bottom. We're going to add our shoelaces. Remember, this is a sketch. We're going to cover all of this up with our black marker. And then after I do my shoelaces, I'm going to draw the little circles for the holes. And let's add a little bit more information at the top here for the top of our Chuck. And most importantly, let's do our circle with our star. And that's pretty good. And then let's do a curved line here for the top of our shoe. Not too bad. Now let's do the same thing underneath. This time I'm going to draw it a little bit lower. I drew mine too big or too close to the top. So I'm going to closer to the bottom. I got my straight edge. I'm going to go around. I'm going to go up. Then we're going to curve for that base. Go up, around, then up again. If you mess up, that's okay, because remember, this is a sketch, right? This is all wrong. I made a boot. So I'm going to make this line shorter. There we go. I'm going to do this front part. Oh, I forgot my little circles. I'm going to draw my little circles. I'm going to do another line here. I'm going to do the circle for my star and the little top part of my lid. I want to put the same amount of shoestrings, okay? So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with my circles. All right, we're going to do the same thing again over here, okay? And curve. Almost looks like a sock. I'm going to curve again. Remember, if you mess up, it is okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our circle. Don't think I went out far enough. I'm gonna do my circle. I'm just all types of messing up. But guess what? I'm gonna cover it up with my marker. Awesome. One more to go. Go up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do my circles. My circle with my star. Do my little lid. And my 2 circles. Awesome. So now all I'm going to do is take my black marker and trace over all of these. Any mistake I made, I'm just not going to trace it. Okay? And we're going to erase it away. Got it? All right, let's get to tracing. Erase all of those pencil marks. All right, so we've erased all of our pencil. Next thing we're gonna do is color, guys. So here, I really want you guys to get creative. I'm only gonna show you guys how to color in, or an example of coloring in, one Converse, because I really, really want you guys to show me what your imagination can brew or what it can come up with. I want you guys to remember our complementary colors, our primary colors, secondary colors. I want you guys to remember patterns. What if you guys did a pattern in the background? What if you did a warm color or a cool color? Okay, guys? Let's really have fun with what colors we choose and also what we decide to color in our Converse, okay? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just color this Converse over here. So I'm just going to use my markers. You guys can use color pencils. Remember, that's going to give you more detail and more shading. So I'm going to go ahead and color this inside yellow. So I have decided that I want my Converse or Chuck Taylor to be warm, and I want the background to be cool. And that's just for this one. Each one of your Converses can be a completely different pattern or idea, which I think would be really cool. So I'm going to do the inside yellow, and then I want to do this little tongue over here orange. I'm also going to do this line here orange. And let's go ahead and do the foot, or the sole of the shoe orange. What's another warm color? What did I forget? That's correct. If you said red, so let's go ahead and do my shoelaces red. Remember, my third, fourth graders, if you guys use marker, that's fine. But my fifth and eighth graders, I really want to see some shading. I want to see some detail. I really want you guys to go in, okay? If you want to add some stitching, you guys can do that too. All right. So let's do the final little red here. And I said I want my background to be cool. So I'm actually going to switch to my crayons. And I'm going to come in with my blue. I also want to do like a little pattern. I'm going to color this part in blue. What's another cool color? Green or purple, correct. Gonna come in, I'm gonna do like a wavy pattern here. I'm gonna come in with my green. And then I want to do a light green too. Then let's do some purple. Come right in here. And I'm gonna finish it off with some blue. Okay. All right, this is a pretty good example of what I expect. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of outline this bottom part to make it very clear that that's my cutoff. This is my one little square. What do you guys think? I think that looks pretty good. So for my older kids, I really want that detail in there, right? So you can always add more, some shadows, some different colors. If all you have is a pencil, I need you guys to imply that these are different colors. So make color one end very light, right? But you guys you're gonna have to add more detail because it still needs to look complete, right? So maybe adding some shading for some stitching, using that cross hatching, using different drawing techniques because you guys do not have any color. So you guys are gonna actually have to go the extra mile. You can always do a pattern with your pencil, right? So we can do a cross hatch pattern in the back for one. It should be way more filled in than this. And I said cross hatch, so notice that this is only one side. And then you guys can even do some shading underneath and all around your Converse because you guys don't have any color. You're going to have to do more work to get the full credit. That's why a lot of times artists say black and white is harder than color because you have to do more work to make it look as complete as this one, right? So I'm going to go ahead and finish this off, the black and white shoe. As you can see, I'm doing different type of lines on top to really show Miss Johnson I am giving 100% effort. I'm not going to quit because I don't have the materials. Use what you have. This is a good example of that. I'm going to make different size lines to create the idea that there is a background or pattern in the back. You want to make different colors. You guys see how I made that one darker? Now for my shoelaces, I'm going to use a scribble motion. I'm going to come in and scribble, make small circles here. You guys see how my Chuck Taylor I colored in very lightly. We know that this would have some shadow back here, so I'm just going to lightly put some detail there. I'm going to include some stitching lines here. They have something there. Also want to draw the rings around there. If there's anything you want to add more highlight to, use your eraser. There's also stitch lines in here. Okay, do you guys see what I mean when I say use what you have? Just because you don't have something does not mean you get a free pass on not doing the assignment or not giving 100% effort. Okay, you guys see how I did the bottom of my shoe? I can even go in with my eraser and lightly go over everything to make it a little bit lighter. And boom, here's an example of a black and white, or just using the pencil in your full color, okay? So let's take a look one more time at our checklist. Here, is it creative? Yes, I've created some sort of pattern in the background. I didn't just do something basic. I went above and beyond. I made it interesting and I made it detailed. I can definitely add more detail to this Converse. We can add some stitching in there, some more lines and details of that nature, okay? The higher the grade you are, the more detail I am expecting. Neat. I think this is pretty neat. I think my lines here are a little messy. I wouldn't give myself a full check because this needs to be cleaned up more, okay? Colorful. No, this is not a check. I have 2 Converses that are incomplete. If you guys turn something like this in, you will not receive full credit. Yes, I did 1. Yes, I did 2, even though I didn't have any color. But I can tell that there's different shades and different values in that Converse. However, these 2 are completely blank. I just drew it. That is not full credit, guys. Is it complete? No, it is not complete. I would not get a check mark there. Okay? But I want you guys to complete your Converse, color all 4 or fill in all 4. Get creative with your patterns and your backgrounds and your color choices. I want you guys to remember to upload your assignment to Schoology. You must submit a photo to receive credit. And also, I want to remind you to give 100% effort and to make sure you do your exit ticket for the day. I hope you guys have a great day and have a great rest of your week. Thank you guys so much. I can't wait to see what you create. All right, bye-bye. Have a good day, guys.